because I'm feeling a sort of way, and I don't know. I just want to talk it out. I've got a huge zit right here too. I apologize. I don't know Charlie Kirk. I don't know him. Okay? I didn't agree with everything he said. I loved his concept of just debate me. If you disagree with me, you're first in line to the microphone. Like, debate me. I loved that. In fact, that's how I learned about people like Parker and Dean and went to research them and saw, I can understand that perspective now, from these debates. And he gets shot dead. I'm feeling a sort of way, and I don't know why I'm feeling so much about this. I'm so mad. And people are just flooding comments and posts and TikTok and all the socials with celebratory things for this guy's death. Because since he had certain opinions, they feel it's hate. And people who spread hate should be murdered. So I'm feeling a way about it. Not even really about the guy, Charlie Kirk, okay? I'm feeling a way about it for me. I'm part of the problem, right? Because I stay silent usually. I pray a lot. I mean, I'm in my Bible every day. This is year 2 of me going through reading the entire Bible, okay? Like, I pray a lot. But as far as visible action, I am kind of quiet. Like, people know I'm Christian, but I don't share things about abortion or trans or none of that stuff because I don't want to offend people. Like, I have very close in my circle, I have Muslims, agnostics, atheists, Democrats, Republicans, very close in my circle. And so I worry that they're also going to think I'm hateful if I just really am straightforward about what I believe to be true. And I wonder if I'm part of the problem. So somebody as bold as Charlie Kirk gets a target put on him because so many of the rest of us are so quiet and worried about offending and worried about being seen as hateful or bigots or whatever people want to call you, based on your opinions on beliefs on things. And I wonder if that's why I'm feeling this way. I wonder if it's conviction. For the sake of not offending or not hurting people's feelings or not losing friends. And I wouldn't lose friends because I can't be friends with them. I would lose friends because they can't be friends with people who disagree with them. And I wonder if that fear, the fear of offending, the fear of losing friends, the fear of being called certain things that, gosh, I really don't feel like I am, has that made me silent? And then the Charlie Kirks get the target, because there's not enough of us saying maybe what he's saying or being bold. And I think that's what's hitting me, is that I'm personally convicted that I'm not bold. I'm trying to clip my hair with this. It's not working. I'm not bold enough. I don't want to offend people, but Jesus offended people all the time. I think I think that's what I'm taking from this. Be bold is to be bold. Don't get in another situation where you are convicted of your own silence. I'm a Christian. I believe Jesus is how you get where you want to go after this. I don't believe we are accidental combinations of chemicals that just occurred. I believe that there is an intelligent creator who made everything. I believe that the moment you're conceived, you're a life. You have value. You were made for a reason. You know, I lost a pregnancy before Elijah, and also Madison was a twin. And I would be really sad if my friend said, well, that doesn't matter. It was just a clump of cells. It wasn't a baby or anything alive, you know? I believe those 2 pregnancies had value. I think they were life. And I think when you do things like you want to sleep around with everybody, that's fine. There's consequences to that, you know? Sometimes the consequences are herpes or a baby. And then you deal with the consequences. If you want to kill the baby, fine. But you killed it, right? Like, it's not just abortion. I think God made people how they made people, how he made people. If you were born a boy, I believe you're a boy. I don't care if you want to dress like a girl. I don't care if you want to get breast implants. I don't care. I don't care. That's cross-dressing. You want to be a transvestite? I don't care. That doesn't make you a woman. What an offense to women. You're a boy. You're still a boy. Stop giving kids medicine because the girl is a tomboy. You've decided that means she wants to be a boy because she doesn't know how to verbalize the fact that she just likes masculine things. So you start injecting her with stuff to make her not go through puberty. That's evil. You know, I think that's my conviction. I don't call things what I believe them to be. I'm not bold about that. I think that's my lesson with this. Maybe that's why it's bugging me so much. This is bugging me so much. I love the conversations I'm able to have with some of my closest friends. We completely agree to disagree, and there's a respect there, and it's a beautiful thing. And many countries don't have that, and America does. And instead of celebrating it in America, you get a target placed on you. So the lesson is shut up or be killed. The lesson is if you say something that I disagree with, that's hateful, and hate should be murdered. I am just not right about this, and I'm so mad, and I'm trying to figure out okay, I just wanted to talk through because I don't know what to do with all of this. I don't know what to do with it all. You know, certain people make fun of us for praying. You know, the Catholic school shooting. Pray for that. You know, we get made fun of and mocked for praying. Maybe something's right about that. Maybe there's something. Now, I'm praying to a God who could destroy the entire earth. I'm praying to the most powerful thing that there is. There's power in that. But you know, we were placed on this earth too for a reason. And I wonder if that's what's not sitting right with me, is that am I doing what I should be doing? Because Jesus was not all about loving in a coddling way. Sometimes he loved in a hard truth way. Sometimes he whipped people. Sometimes he told people to their face, you're doing A, B, and C, and you need to stop now. And if that's your view of hate, what I find is truth. If that's your view of hate, that is fine. Like, I am fine with people's opinions. But when you decide that hate means you should be eliminated from the earth, and when somebody does get murdered in broad daylight on recorded, and you're dancing around and celebrating that, what has my silence helped to cause that kind of depravity in the soul of that person? I think that's what's bugging me. This is too long, and I'm going to sign off. But is anybody else struggling and kind of wondering why you're struggling? Like, sure, we should struggle that somebody got killed. The poor girl on the freaking bus. What did she do wrong? You know, the dude walks away saying, I got that white chick. I got that white chick. So her skin color was white. That's what she did wrong. And people sitting next to her just looked and walked off the bus. Yes, we should be mad these things are happening, but this one, something feels different. I don't know, guys. Where are y'all at? Where are you at? And maybe I mean this to my Christian friends, because I think that's what's happening to me, is that my spirit is getting convicted at my silence. And then you see somebody as bold as a Charlie Kirk get gunned down in the afternoon in front of 6,000 people. And you think his boldness should not be rare, right? His boldness should not be rare. So how do I be bold? And what consequences does that come with? You know, are there people that won't be friends with me anymore? Fine. Are there people that feel offended? Fine. Maybe I'm offending people by my silence. Maybe I'm offending God by not being bold, by being lukewarm, by sitting and letting other people do the busy work, the dirty work of, you know, being the one saying all the things. Okay, really, I'm getting off. I'm getting off of here. Okay. How are you guys processing this? I guess I need that. I need to know. What are you doing? What are you doing differently than what we've been doing? Because what we've been doing clearly hasn't worked. It's allowed darkness to come in and appear to be the majority. And it's not. Oh, I'm not at a place where I can think that it's the majority. Okay. I'm done. Where are you at?